Feel to make your first NBA start?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a blessing. Definitely not taking it for granted. Only a handful of people, let alone make the NBA and start. So I was just present in the moment. I had some family here, so it was really cool.
Just the moment itself and in your rookie season, and then to come out and have the aggression that you did. Was there a conversation from Kenny to go out there and let it fly?
It's sort of just been what he said from the time that I got here. Just be myself, play free. I understand the more aggressive I am, it's going to free guys up like DG, Don, Ev, J.A. So I think just coming in and just having that mentality. I know I played in big games, and so the journey I've taken through my 3 years at Duke and even before that sort of prepared me for this. So just playing the same way and playing my brand of basketball.
So how would you measure the progress you've made this year?
Yeah, I think I'm still learning. Definitely learning on the fly. Played a lot more than a lot of people expected, and just trying to take advantage of every opportunity that I get on the court. Trust that the organization, teammates have had in me, coaches, has been really uplifting and helped me a lot on the court just playing my game.
How much of a benefit is it, Tyrese, to get these kinds of early season opportunities as a rookie?
Yeah, it's huge. It's gonna come down long stretch in the playoffs as well. And like Kenny said, like Don said, 1 through 15. I think we've all been ready this season. Obviously had our injuries and stuff like that, so it's the next man up mentality. But they've been great. Like I said, just as many games as we can early in my career. It's been nothing but great.
Thanks.
Game like tonight.
We competed for 48 minutes. Played hard. Got the right shots. Competing on both ends, which we all like. So, watch the film and try to get better from that.
Was tonight the best you felt?
Yeah. Probably one of a couple games.
What is leading to that?
What's leading to what?
You starting to feel more and more like yourself.
Getting healthy.
Is it more of a health thing or more like a rhythm thing?
A little bit of both, but I'm getting healthy.
What has that been like for you, Darius? Has it been slow progress, frustrating that's taken a while, or how would you describe it?
Trying to find my groove.
How much of it is just growing the trust in the foot, in the toe, that it's going to hold up when you're making certain moves?
Yeah, that's most of it. Just trying to switch my mind to letting me actually do the things I'm used to doing. So, like I said, it felt good for the first time in a couple of games tonight, and seeing the result.
Kenny and a couple of the guys have talked about, part of the benefit of going through what you guys are going through right now is getting to see Naquan, getting to see Tyrese. Tyrese making his first start tonight. What was your view of how he played?
He was really good. Came in confident, shot the ball really well, playing really hard on defense, getting to the paint, spraying for other guys. So he was super confident out there. Same with Quan. He gets a lot of minutes as well. Even Luke came in with a big burst for us as well. A couple of steals, got a dunk. So, yeah, we just want those guys to be confident whenever they come in the game. They're here for a reason, so go out there and do what you do.
Do you attribute the slow start to injuries, or do you think there's more to it than that?
A little bit of both. We don't have all of our guys, of course, but I said this before. I think we have enough talent to win games with the group that we have out there. It doesn't matter who is out there playing. This group is super talented. We've been together for a little while. We sprinkle in some young guys here and there, but they're here for a reason. So we're super confident in them, super confident in our work, and we're good enough to win games.
But do you think something else is missing then when you say you're good? The guys you have are good enough to win?
Just got to get on the same page. Watch the film, get back to it, try to win basketball games.
Kenny talked about just the transition teams that get out and run a whole lot. How do you combat those teams that have been able to have success against you guys as far?
Get back on defense.
you feel like this group is close to turning it around?
Yeah, we're there. Like I said, just bring the camaraderie together, play harder, play defense, get back in transition on the teams that's running a lot, and play our brand of basketball.
You're always the first one to bring up defense. You said you thought you guys competed on that end tonight, but the points are not showing that. What do you think's the kind of dynamic between those two things?
The points not showing. The
136
opposing teams.
Chicago, you know.
Yeah, like I said, the fast break. Fast break's killing us. Got to get back in transition, try to load to the ball. It's pretty hard for them to score in the half court against our half court defense. So I think when we load to the ball, I think we're pretty good. We give ourselves a chance.
How much of that is you guys crashing versus guys just not running back? Like, is it a schematic thing, or are you guys just not running as much as you?
Yeah, we're figuring that out as well too. We're tagging up with the guys so we don't get beat in transition. And we have some guys getting back as well, so we can talk throughout the transition possessions. So yeah, mix and match with a couple of those things. Get back in transition. Like I said, if we load to the ball, I think we're pretty good in the half court defense.
Last question. How difficult is that to balance the offensive rebounding portion that you guys have wanted to do, and then also knowing that you have to get back for at least some?
Yeah, some teams you can go tag, you can go get offensive rebounds. Some teams like Chicago, Indiana, people that really run really hard with some athletic guys. I think we should get back a little bit more and just load to the ball and just have them play against our half-court defense.
You had just one field goal attempt in the first half, and then you changed completely in the second half. What went into that, and why do you think you only had one in the first half?
It was more how they were playing me. I was looking for my teammates on the rolls, just trying to get everybody involved, and it was working. And then in the second half, I was able to be more aggressive just because how they were playing me.
Is that like something that Kenny has talked to you about, needing to be more aggressive, especially with Donovan and Evan being out tonight?
Not really. The message tonight was just to hit the roller. You know, every time I get the ball and just roll to the basket, either try to score or just hit the open man, and I feel like I was just trying to find everybody.
We talked a lot with Kenny about the offensive rebounding aspect and also the transition defense aspect kind of being put together. You're one of those players that is tasked with going to the boards while others sometimes get back on defense. How difficult is it to balance those two?
Very difficult, especially against a team like Chicago. They're a team that wants to get out every single time in transition, and if you're one step behind them, they're going to throw the ball down the court and get an easy layup. So it's tough to try to balance it, especially when every time we've been learning to go to the offensive boards, especially this season, how all the boards are up. It's just a tough balance.
Do you think the schematic adjustment should have been just getting back on defense rather than trying to crash as much?
50-50. You know, against a team like that, we probably should have got back more, but it's ingrained in our heads to try to go to the basket. Yeah, that's a tough one.
How much of that can be helped by just running faster the other way?
That one's tough because we're facing the basket. We're looking at the basket. They're going full steam down towards the other way. So if you have to turn around and try to get full speed, it's tough to catch up with them. It's a give and take.
There's so many teams in the league, especially in the Eastern Conference, that are running more now. Chicago, Toronto, Indiana. How do you make that adjustment on a nightly basis based on who you're playing?
Right. We just have to have a group of guys that gets back every time and just try to balance it. Guys like me, TB, can crash every time. You know, we're going to have a higher percentage of getting the rebound, while guys like Darius, who aren't going to make as big as an impact down there, just get back to try to protect the rim.
What did you see from Darius tonight?
The old Darius that we know. You know, he finally got into a rhythm. I feel like he's finally finding himself on the offensive end, trying to get other people involved, and his shot's finally falling down.
Getting the old Darius back, what does that do for you guys as a team and as an offense?
Right. It gives everybody confidence. You could see it tonight. People had confidence shooting the ball. People had confidence driving to the rim, knowing that Darius had their back. They can kick the ball to him, and he's going to find them for an open shot. And it drives the team forward.
Do you feel like this team is close to turning things around?
I think so. I think tonight, and I know we lost. You know, we didn't win. We didn't go out how we wanted to. But I think throughout the whole game, the effort was there. We were making the adjustments. Even though we got down, we didn't let that get to us. We fought back and tried to get back into the game, and that's what we need. I think that's going to be the turnaround for this team.
You guys had the big break and film session. You guys were talking a lot about accountability last week during those practices. The results haven't paid off on that end yet
Right.
this week. Why do you think that is the case?
In this league, it's tough to find. I don't want to say something wrong, but I don't know. The whole thing for us is making sure the process is right. You know, if you make sure the process is right every single night, the results are going to follow. And I feel like tonight was a game where we finally got the process right. We made sure that we were good on the defensive end. We made sure that every single coverage we were in was in the right coverage, and from there we just have to live with the results.
What did you like about how your half-court defense was tonight?
I liked it. We were communicating. We were helping each other. I feel like some games we kind of just let the guy go by us and nobody went to protect the rim. We had guys like Naquan going to protect the rim, TB, everybody talking, everybody doing what they're supposed to.
You've been steadfast in your belief that you believe that you guys can turn this around.
Mm-hmm.
You still believe in this group.
Right.
Why do you believe this is salvageable?
Yeah, we showed time and time again that we're one of the best teams out there. You know, last year, I know people say it's a new year, people say, but it's the same team, it's the same identity, and we're talented. You know, you don't want to say injuries. I'm not going to. We have enough on the court every single night to go out and win it. We just have to just put things together, get confidence in ourselves, and go win games.
How would you describe what this team's identity is?
Oh, that's a good question. Just to fight every possession. You know, I feel like last year we had confidence in what we were doing on the defensive and offensive end, not schematically, but just in ourselves to go out there and believe in ourselves and make sure that we have the right adjustment. We're going to have our teams back. I'd say our identity is just having each other's back.
Is there any concern?
Last question.
Is there any concern that bad habits?
Voice.
The
Yeah.
bad habits can be formed during this time?
I don't think so. Kenny's not going to let bad habits form. We all know how Kenny is. He's going to make sure he gets on us, make sure that any bad habit is going to be stomped out immediately, and just make sure that we go back and play Cavs basketball.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.